So the long-awaited meeting between Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump finally happened yesterday. We were following this whole meeting closely. The whole world was paying attention to this particular meeting because yesterday was going to be the final decision whether United States will send these Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine or not. Yesterday, I recorded the video and posted before the meeting happened. Now, during my yesterday's update, I told you guys that finally this Tomahawk missile system won't be delivered to Ukraine. I was 100% right. So, according to CNN, it was a tense meeting between Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump, and Zelensky felt uncomfortable throughout the meeting. Donald Trump told Zelensky right in his face that United States is not going to deliver the Tomahawk missiles to them. So when Zelensky came out of the meeting, journalists asked him that would Trump send Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine or not? His response is what I want us to pay attention to. According to Zelensky, both America and Ukraine has decided not to talk about the Tomahawk missile systems. And he also added that Donald Trump don't want the war to escalate. This response alone is enough for us to understand what happened, during the entire meeting. Because he said Trump said he don't want to escalate the war. So clearly, Trump is not going to send these Tomahawk missiles to the Ukrainians again. But this reminds me of what happened in the Cold War when NATO placed their weapons in Turkey, targeting Moscow. The Russians also decided to also put their weapons in Cuba, targeting all the states in America. At a point, the threat was growing, so both the Soviet Union and America decided to sit down and find a solution to this whole nuclear threat that was hanging both on Russia and America. The Russians agreed to withdraw their weapons from Turkey on the condition that America will not invade Fidel Castro and NATO will withdraw all their nuclear weapons from Turkey. But JF Kennedy government or the Western world decided not to tell their people about the condition. They only told their people that, oh yes, we've been able to convince the communists to take out their weapons from Cuba. But they didn't tell them that they also, or in return, they also have to withdraw their weapons from Turkey. So this is the same thing that I'm seeing here. JF Kennedy did this because he didn't want the American people to see him as a weak leader. And this is exactly what I see happening between Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump here. Trump don't want the whole world to see him as a weak leader. Trump is already paranoid with this whole Russian issue. They continue to say that Trump is a puppet of Putin. He's controlled by Putin. It's because of Putin. That is why he won the 2016 election. So him coming out to tell the whole world that, oh, finally we are not going to send the Tomahawk missiles again. It is going to be like, well, Trump is afraid of Russia. So both sides decided to keep quiet. They decided not to talk about it because of how the general public will perceive it. Now they are telling all of us through the media. CNN reported this about 2 days ago. I spoke about it yesterday. They also confirmed it. You know how we do it. I am going to give you guys most of the update in this video. If you love what I do here, please support me by hitting on the like button. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. Remember about 3 days ago, I told you guys that Donald Trump said India has agreed that they are not going to buy more Russian oil again. The Indians responded. They said it is not true. And today, once again, the Indians have responded again. Reuters posted this particular story. They said India denying that they are not going to buy Russian oil again. According to the Indians, it is not true. They never told Donald Trump this. Donald Trump has always been somebody that I respect a lot. But in recent days, it's kind of like he's making statements that are completely false, that are untrue. Remember about 2 days ago or so, he said BRICS is falling apart. Some countries are leaving BRICS. And when we checked, it was completely a lie. It is not true. I don't know why Donald Trump is doing this. So this is a follow-up. Remember some few days ago, about 4 or 5 days ago, we spoke about Russia's new weapons. Vladimir Putin himself spoke about it. He said Russia will be releasing some new weapons very soon, and they will show it to the whole world. Now, the Russians have started releasing these weapons one by one. Today, the Russians unveiled some new mini submarine, And the purpose of this submarine is to destroy ships. This mini submarine is kind of like a drone. It travels on its own. Nobody sits inside. But this is an underwater drone which can destroy any ship in no time. This war is making Russia more and more powerful. You all know what a submarine is, right? So this submarine can invade enemy waters and destroy ships even without the enemy realizing it. So this war has been some kind of blessing in disguise for the Russians. So right after Vladimir Putin made this statement, Russia has released about 3 new weapons. One is a drone. They said this particular drone is completely different from the normal drones that we all see. By the way, I still don't know much about that particular drone, but they also released a laser weapon, and the function of this laser weapon was to destroy mines. So according to Bolton, those who mismanage classified documents should be unalive. Today, he's in that seat. Well, according to investigators, Bolton is guilty. He has mismanaged classified documents. By the way, I don't know what they're going to do to him, but I believe, or I pray, that whatever he was calling for some few years ago, they should do exactly that to him.
He gets to the United States, he'll get due process here, and I hope he gets at least 176 years in jail for what he did. I'm not bothered by the death penalty in this country, and I think crimes like espionage that harm the security and the safety of innocent American civilians deserves the strictest punishment. My view is that Snowden committed treason. He ought to be convicted of that, and then he ought to swing from a tall oak tree. Well, he should be prosecuted, and if he's found guilty, he should be punished to the fullest extent possible.
And what is that?
Death.
You think he should be killed?
Yes.
This is the same old man who threatened UN judges because Uncle Sam committed war crimes and they were trying to investigate all these war crimes. Boom! Bolton came out and started attacking these judges. He threatened them that if they dare prosecute any Uncle Sam official, there will be consequences. Whilst Ukrainian men are fighting in the front line to defend their motherland, well, there are women who fled to Poland. According to new statistics, over 2,000 of them just this year alone got married to Poland citizens. By the way, over 500,000 weapons gone missing. So the weapons that NATO and the West delivered to Ukraine, most of them are missing according to this report. So according to this publication, over 500,000 weapons are missing in Ukraine. Remember, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger recently came out and accused Ukraine of selling these weapons to terrorist groups, and they are using these weapons to unalive innocent civilians. Well, when they said this, they said it was a lie. By the way, now reports are now coming out to confirm what Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger were saying. It is true that the Ukrainians, by the way, let me just leave it here. You know how these apps behave. So as you can see, it's getting very late here. Thank you very much for watching this video once again. I love you guys. Continue to support the channel. If you have not yet hit on the like button, please hit on the like button. By the way, where are you watching this video from? Let me know down in the comment section, and I will know those of you who watched the video till the last end. Shalom.